what doesn't cost life don't cost nothing, you know?
Welcome to Negril, the capital of casual, where the water looks as if it was poured straight from the sky and the sand stretches for miles. 7 golden miles of it, to be exact. Tourists and locals come from all over for the sand, the boats and the beach. You can sit still here or you can fly. And today I chose to fly. It's quiet up here, peaceful even. From way up here, Negril looks like a dream. Boats drifting, waves stretching into forever. But something about this view reminds me that there's more than what meets the eye. There's something else waiting below, and I'm ready to find it. Negril might be known for what's out by the sea, but I wanted to know what was happening back on land, where life unfolds in everyday moments. I had heard from so many people that I couldn't come here without speaking to Dwight Jackson. Dwight, a lover of Jamaican culture, has a series called Jamaica Uncut, where he highlights the artisans, chefs, and all the faces of Jamaica that people don't always get a chance to see. But before we could get into his why, he had to unpack the journey that gave it meaning.
I was born just in the hills of Negril.
Yeah.
And my parents are from here, my mother is from here, my entire family is from here.
Yeah.
Actually, they still live here. So yeah, man, I spent my childhood years here.
Yeah.
And then I left and went to St. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
That is in the middle of the island.
Yeah, we went. It's lovely,
Yes.
yeah?
And then I came back here and I've been here now for almost 40 years.
Dwight grew up on a farm and was raised by his mother in a house of 7 with only 1 bed. His mother sold fruits down by the beach, walking with a basket on top of her head for over 30 years. That's how she fed them their entire lives and got them through school. So it makes sense that the people he highlights now, the ones featured on Jamaica Uncut, are the ones just like her.
I find them and I shed a spotlight on them so people
beautiful.
know they're there and give them an opportunity to sell their craft or to reach a wider audience.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they
And tell
normally
the
wouldn't
story
have.
of the craft.
And tell the story of the craft at the same time.
He says he owes his passion, his drive and love for people to her. The ones doing the most with the least. The ones who rarely get noticed, but never stop showing up. That's probably why we walk to the Negril fish market. Because if you want to feel the heartbeat of a place, you go where people are working with their hands. Where hustle isn't a choice, it's a rhythm. And that's the Jamaica Dwight never forgets.
I've always been taking pictures and I've always been fascinated by Jamaican culture.
Yeah.
So when Instagram came around, I really was sharing pictures of the grassroots people. And I just decided not only just post pictures of Jamaicans doing what they do, I post pictures of Jamaica's story. The traditional, original Jamaican story, whatever form that may take.
In that moment, I realized people like Dwight were the story, or at least a part of it.
You need to go see Jamaica as a community. You need to just venture out. Make your vacation in Jamaica a trip. Don't just sit on the beach, which is good. You're probably tired, you're probably stressed out. But it would be nice, you spend some of the money in the community to help uplift the entire Negril as a destination.
Dwight reminded me that this journey isn't just about seeing Jamaica, it's about showing up for it. Now, I knew it was time to really start moving. I decided to rent a scooter from Elvis. It's the most popular way to get around here. As most of you probably guessed already, Elvis left the building. But JT was there, and he got me ready to hit the road. I didn't have a set plan, just a few names, a few places, and a sense that there was more to uncover. The unexpected turns, the roadside conversations, and the people who show up when you're paying attention. What I'm looking for can't be found in a brochure, and it certainly wouldn't be found standing still. I decided to take Dwight's advice and ride an hour away from the beautiful beaches of Negril to meet a man known as the Prime Minister of Pork, Father Chris. He sits tucked away in Seaford Town, commonly known as Germantown, a small village settled by German labourers after slavery was abolished. Father Chris was born and raised here. His German roots are just one part of a deeper Jamaican story. Today, he's making his mark not through history books, but through fire, flavour and food. The meat was already roasting, and as a pork lover myself, I couldn't wait to see if it lived up to the hype.
I really love the pork.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And
pork.
sometimes when you buy it on the road, the quality is not really so
Not there. What are you looking for in quality then?
good tasting, good flavour,
Yeah.
crispy, seasoned to the bone.
Is there anything better? You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
He bastes the pigs in coconut oil, which gives the skin that perfect crisp. He then roasts them for 3.5 to 4 hours, depending on the size. The anticipation was killing me. I couldn't wait to sink my teeth into that pork.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Try that.
After that first bite of crispy skin, everything else faded out. I was so caught up in the flavour, I didn't even notice the place filling up behind me. Pork might be the headline, but Father Chris has more than one story on the fire. There's chicken, curry goat, seafood, and of course, soup. Speaking of soup, some of the best pots are found on the side of the road, like in Landillo Sav, where you'll find a man named Sheldon, better known as the Soup Man. Sheldon's been a teacher, a factory manager, and a salesman, but after retiring at 65, he'd started serving soup to occupy his time.
Look at you. I bet you never smelled like this when you were selling.
Never.
Just relief.
Yeah,
to
this
get the
keep me
sales
going,
in.
it keep me going.
His pig's tail soup certainly kept him going. He's the only roadside delicacy I've ever witnessed with a drive-through. Without giving away the secret, I had to ask what was in it.
Most of my season come from West Africa.
Yeah.
And you know, Africa
Lovely.
makes the best soup in the world.
He puts more than ingredients in that pot, he puts love. As I was enjoying the soup, I caught the scent of something sweet just next door, or should I say next pot. It was Jimmy, the pudding man. Turns out, he's been keeping his grandmother's spirit alive through every batch of pudding he makes. When he was younger, he reluctantly helped her in the kitchen. He didn't know at the time she was teaching him legacy.
But she forced us, me and my little brother, so we must learn to cook. That's when we turn a man
Yeah.
and help ourselves.
Now he's the one behind the pot, sharing what she passed down. And when people call him the pudding man, they're really calling her name too.
All
So let's try this pudding. I cannot wait. I tell you.
Okay.
Every person I've met so far, Dwight, Father Chris, Sheldon, Jimmy, they're not just feeding people, they're feeding culture, pouring love into every bite and holding on to tradition with both hands. Dwight echoing in my head the importance of not only hearing their stories, but spending with intention to help these hands keep Negril alive from the inside out. The love in the soup, the pride in the pudding, the passion in the pork, that same spirit of care lives in Negril's boutique hotels, like Tensing Pen Resort. It's not your typical resort. It's boutique, it's personal, it's intentional, and it's right in the heart of the community. Evelyn, who helps run the property, says it best.
The Negril experience is one of community.
Nice.
All right? That we have guests who will come to Negril and who choose that they want to really get back. People think of tourism when you just go to a hotel sometimes, but that's not the case. They form relationships, they form friendships, they know what's happening. There's a warmth and a welcoming feel that everyone associated with the Negril experience.
Right.
That's what makes Negril unique. We have a commitment to friendship, a commitment to ensuring that we are the best hosts possible, and I think that our people are at the heart of that.
Exactly.
You will have all of the institutions in Jamaica, all of the various regulatory agencies who are all part of the process, but at the heart and soul of that experience is a Jamaican's passion for tourism and a passion for wanting to have people come to us in Jamaica, enjoy, be at home with us, and be part of our family.
At the heart and soul of hospitality in Negril is a Jamaican with a passion for tourism and welcoming others to be a part of their family. That brought me to the Boardwalk, another boutique hotel ran by a man who's lived and breathed hospitality his whole life, Richard Wallace. His father, Manly Wallace, helped shape Negril's tourism, and Richard is carrying that legacy forward, not just as a hotelier, but as someone working to protect and uplift the very soul of this place. And for him, that experience starts if you're willing to step outside.
Jamaica is a beautiful place. We have so much going on for this country. I say on a regular basis that Jamaica is the best country in the world to live in. That is because of the people. It all comes back to people. Coming to Jamaica and staying inside an all-inclusive, you're not gonna experience that. You have to get out and about, you know. And back in the 70s when we started out, Negril was visited by mostly hippies from America. And I remember, because there were not a lot of accommodation, some of these hippies used to pitch camping tents on people's lawns and in people's yards. They were totally safe and they were totally fine. The locals started realizing, all right, let me move out of my room and rent it to one of these tourists that come every year. And that's how Negril grew. And so we encourage people to stay in non-all-inclusive properties, because there are many options now with Airbnb and small hotels. And so especially in Negril. Negril feels different. It's more relaxing. It's almost like you're in a different place, a different country. Negril has the highest concentration of small properties in Jamaica. Staying in small properties, you get an opportunity to enjoy the culture and to interact with more people, more Jamaicans, and get an authentic Jamaican vacation when you do that. Do you know what Christopher Columbus wrote in his diary when he saw Jamaica? This is the fairest isle that man has laid eyes upon. Think about that. He was the most well-traveled person in the world at the time. And when he saw Jamaica, he said, this is the fairest, this is the most beautiful island I've ever seen, that man's eyes have ever seen. He not just say he alone. That's how beautiful we are.
Columbus called Jamaica the most beautiful island man's eyes had ever seen. But beauty alone isn't what keeps you here. It's what speaks to you along the way. I kept riding through heat, through colour, following signs. Not road signs, but the kind you feel. The kind someone like Nurse turns into art. Bright, bold, hand-painted reminders that say something more than what's written. When I asked him why he chose signs, he said, I didn't choose signs, signs chose me.
And because of that, I cannot leave signs.
Yeah.
I'll be doing signs until my time. There's so much about it. And you have to be a lover of it, because it's a patient thing. If you don't have that patience for it, you can't do it. I tell myself this.
Yeah.
Before I can't say words like I'm talking to you right now, and I don't know what is happening, I'm going to put things together for people to come and see that this man was not no ordinary person. He was thinking beyond life. He was doing things beyond now. So people could come and say, oh, yeah, he was really thinking, his brain was working, you know, he had things on his mind. These 5 fingers,
Yeah.
they're great, man. Great, man.
So you're gracious for your fingers. These weren't just hands that create, they carry something. Memory, meaning, and legacy.
There's a wall in Pushcart in the Rock House Hotel, sound system wall. That is the wall that sent me out. If and when you get a chance to go into Pushcart, the moment you get into Pushcart gate like this, your eyes will be starting on that wall. Then when you get there, then you will see what's happening there.
The Rock House Hotel doesn't rise above the land, it settles into it. But Nurse's sign didn't just point me here, it led me to Paul, the owner of the Rock House Hotel. His purpose in the community is even bigger than the sound system wall.
Being part of the community has certainly been part of our plan. You know, we 20 years ago started the Rock House Foundation, and, you know, we've been involved in renovating and building local schools. We built a school in Savannah-Lamar, this area's capital, an inclusive model school for kids with disabilities and without. We raise about $1 million a year to put into local education as well.
It's one thing to fall in love with a place. It's another to invest in it, in its people, its children, its future. And maybe that kind of commitment only comes when a place moves you in more ways than one.
I think for me, it's kind of a place where you can sort of transform a little bit, right? It's a real place for the traveller, not necessarily the tourist, where you can sort of engage. You you know, with the community. We just fell in love with the culture, mainly the people. That really is what sets the whole thing apart, and the sense of humour and the energy. And you've got to come and experience it. I mean, it's one of the best places in the world for sure, whether it be the music or, you know, catch a live show on the beach is amazing, to even our annual Skylark Film Festival where you can watch films highlighting Jamaican cinema right on the beach. You know, famous Vincent is the guy who has the glass-bottom boat here, and
taking a tour, see Vincent actually.
Taking a tour with Vincent out to the reef, and you know, get an understanding of, you know, not necessarily just hotel life, but also you know, what's going on. But you know, there's great things to do at the hotel too. You know, like activities and whatnot that connect you.
So it's for everybody really, because you can come and stay and do nothing and just relax for a few days a week. That's great. Or you can go and adventure and meet the people. But of course, the experience of Jamaica becomes much richer for yourself if you get out and meet people.
No, absolutely. I just encourage everyone to come and visit and check out Negril and see how transforming the experience of coming to Jamaica can be.
This trip has already been transforming. After time on land, I found myself drawn back to the water on a boat with Captain Vincent at the helm. We were headed to Booby Cay Island, a hidden gem exuding tranquility, seclusion and charm. He doesn't just take you to Booby Cay, he takes his time. I'm not only crazy about pork, I love seafood too. And if you're a seafood lover, you'll love Captain Vincent. He gets a fresh catch of lobster every morning to ensure he cooks a fresh and delicious meal. Everything was done with intention, from how he handled the fresh catch of the day to how it all came together. There was no rush, just patience, precision, and pride. And when it was time to eat, every bit of that care showed up in the flavour.
When I'm cooking with also love. So I love the food and I love what I'm doing.
That seems to be the theme running through this place. Even in a town known for tourism, there's nothing performative about it. News spread of the wonders of Booby Cay Island. Except these guests weren't coming for the lobster. They were coming for their friend Jace, a boat captain that befriended two pelicans, which he names Nigel and Garfield. This beautiful friendship has been blossoming for 4 years in the making. I would have stayed longer, but there was someone waiting for me just along the shoreline behind the Ryu Hotel. His name was Donovan, of Don Fresh Lobsters. I'm not ashamed to admit that I had some extra space in my belly for more lobster. The heart wants what the heart wants, or in my case, the stomach. We walked along the shore before he got on the grill, which was perfect for me, so I could work off a little of my last meal. Donovan puts a different spin on his lobster. Just know the secret isn't in the sauce, and it's the kind of flavour and texture that doesn't need convincing. He brought it out like it was meant to be right here, under the sky, on top of the trap like the sea itself set the table. And honestly, I still can't tell if it was the taste or the moment itself that left the biggest impression. After a day full of stories and a belly full of lobster, there's only one thing left to do. Find the shoreline, watch all the people soaking up the beach vibes, feel the breeze, and allow your mind and body to digest the day as you watch the sun fall behind the sea. Because once the sun sets, Negril doesn't sleep.
Atten road. Anywhere me go, be a gal. When me touch a road, be a gal. Every single night, every single day, gal. Sexiness, me say me love the way you stay, gal.
I know what the ladies like. Thug love and gangster life. In the streets, me and the girls are ride. Say them no want no man fi track them like a satellite. I know what the ladies like. Thug love and gangster life. In the streets, me and the girls are ride. Say them tired of the roses and the candlelight.
Brace for me, double ya so. She and her friend did a par, so me double ya so. The way she a wine cause trouble ya so. Facial expression like she under a struggle ya so.
Gal is from birth, so me straight like arrow ya so.
Search no more, see me a girl no sorrow ya so. Girls every day like Shabba ya so. Under me saying this with the cabba ya so. Peace.
I know what the ladies like. Thug love and gangster life.
After the pulse of the night, I needed something lighter for the day. I ended up at a vegetarian restaurant called Just Natural. The restaurant is run by sisters Christine and Teresa, and their brother Emile, the chef. But this legacy was started by their parents, Nelton and Beryl, in 1998.
We start off, we're like orphans, right? So we started from mom and dad. We're carrying on from them.
How beautiful.
He's like, one day you're gonna be famous. I'm like, what you talking about famous, daddy? He said, one day, but I'm not gonna be here.
While you wait on your food, you can take a walk through the garden, which was more like a walk through history. Turns out I was right about this place having roots in more ways than one. Every plant was meticulously planted by their father back in 1998, each one with purpose. It's the kind of place where the love grows all around you before it even makes it to your plate. I was digesting all that love while I rode through the streets of Negril. Not just the food, but the feeling behind it. Though between us, that feeling was a little easier to digest than that second helping of lobster. My next stop, Rick's Cafe, a place known for its views, vibes, and its jumps. As I watched a man climb 35 feet high, ready to dive, I realised I've only explored Negril's turquoise waters from above. Now it was time to go deeper, to see what lies beneath the surface. I've completely submerged myself, both literally and metaphorically. The noise has quieted. My thoughts move slower than the pace I'm swimming. The water in Negril is known for its exceptional clarity and cleanliness. Even the ocean holds memories. Some stories float to the surface while others are waiting below. And being out here on these waters with Hotel gives it all meaning.
There's an old ship, old pirate ship. What remains from that ship is the old massive anchor and a cannon.
How do you feel when you're out here?
It's like a peace of mind, you know.
It was refreshing to know that Hotel still finds it as peaceful as I did. And now, below the surface, I'm starting to understand why. Some places change the way you move, but my experience here has changed the way I see this town. Most people come here for the beach, for the escape, but stay a little longer and you'll find something far more meaningful. A community with soul, a rhythm deeper than the waves, stories to hold on to forever, and others still unfolding as we speak. Negril didn't just open itself to me, it asked me to savor it and stay here for a while. And in that moment of presence floating here, the water held me the same way this journey did, with care and honesty. I'm thinking about the people I've met, the ones feeding their communities, educating the youth, painting their legacies, and building spaces with their heart, all while doing it in a place as breathtaking as their purpose and as vibrant as their spirit. They weren't putting on a show, they were simply living, and that honesty is what resonated with me. It's clear now, Negril isn't just a place to visit, it's a place to return to again and again and again.